Barnstable This Morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and joining me live in studio, I welcome Cape Cod Community College President, Dr. John Cox. Dr.
Morning,
Cox.
Sarah.
Good morning.
It's delightful to be here and not have to use a shovel to get out.
I know, it's amazing, and hopefully we'll see that snow melting. A little tough, I think. A lot of closures at the school. I know that there was a lot of Monday classes that were missed early in the semester.
It's been a very tough semester for our students, for our faculty, and for our staff, but spring is out there.
Exactly, and everybody's getting back to work. So, of course, one part of spring is budget season, and the initial state budget has been released. So tell me a little bit about what we're hearing from that. I hear that there are some 9C cuts that could potentially impact 4Cs.
Well, we've already we've been hit by a 9C cut, and that money has since been returned to the state to the tune of about $170,000. The governor has rolled out the initial budget, and there is flat funding for the colleges. There's also $9 million put into the performance funding model, which would be spread among all 15 of the community colleges. So we're not quite sure how Cape Cod will fare when the math is run based on our data for the past year.
Indeed, but of course, as we were just talking with our superintendent of schools, you know, the governor's budget is never the bottom line.
I've noticed this. It's a little different, but that's true. There's a sort of a sausage-making process that we'll be going through in the coming months. I should add that there is additional monies that the governor is proposing for dual enrollment, so that would give students an opportunity to take college courses while they're still in high school.
Great, and that's always a good way to not only jumpstart your college career, but save some money too.
Exactly.
Indeed. Let's talk about the Morgan State University Choir. This is kind of an interesting event coming up later on this month.
We are very pleased. We'll be the kickoff location for the Morgan State University Choir, which is a world-renowned choir coming out of Morgan State University. They'll be starting their New England tour on March 24th, 7 p.m. in the Tilden, and we will be providing tickets free of charge, thanks in part to some sponsorship by community members. You do need to go on to our website, and there's a link that you can register for your free tickets. That way we'll be sure to have adequate seating when you arrive, but it should be a great evening.
Excellent. And I love, you know, there's one thing about the college I think that is really great is there are so many events for the community to come to and check out. I know we're just on the heels of another successful multicultural festival.
We are.
Great day.
It's we really lucked out with the weather. It was a beautiful day. I think people came out. They were taking advantage of the sunshine, and we had a packed house. It was really a successful event. Indeed,
and I can't help but think that all of that energy on the stage kind of drummed up a little energy in the earth, and
I'm sure it helped.
bring the sun back. But talking about sun and summertime, summer registration opens on March 16th, so that's coming right up.
Actually, it is, and this is a little earlier than we're used to. Traditionally, we go a little bit later into the spring before we open up, but March 16th, you'll be able to log on and register, or come over to the college and register for your summer courses. Part of the initiative here is we realize some students come back for spring break. They're on the Cape. They might be thinking about what they want to do over the summertime, so we have that option available now for them to consider and hopefully sign up for.
Absolutely. And can you take, is it like a full credit course, or are they abbreviated courses? How does it work?
They will be, the number of classes are a little bit more compact depending on the session that you sign up for, but these are still the 3 and 4 credit hour courses, and the credits will be transferred if you're looking at taking them back to another university, or they can be applied to your degree.
Great. And talking about degrees, you know, this is something that piqued my interest. And I know we're always trying to think of different ways to connect people with an education. And, you know, some people want that traditional 4-year away school. Some people want the 2 and 2. But you tell me that you're working on a $30,000 bachelor's degree. Now, that could be 1 year of school, $30,000.
Well, depending on your choice of school, that could get you through a semester. But what we've done, actually, in looking at it over the past few weeks, we've already attained several degree programs where if you come to the college, you stay on a full-time path, and you transfer to the 4-year institution on a full-time path. It is possible to complete that degree for a cost of about $30,000. For example, the early childhood education program that we have in connection with Bridgewater State, that's one that's already on the ground, that's up and running. And even with our Bachelor of Science in Nursing with UMass Boston, where the folks at UMass are actually coming to our college to offer the upper division classes. It's possible if you stay on track and you're a full-time student and you know what you want to do, you're shooting for that degree, you can do it for about $30,000. So what we're doing now is, in addition to establishing articulation agreements, we're working with trying to get our colleagues at the university to lock in a commitment for a 4-year degree single price that we would hold a guarantee on for up to 4 years. So if you stay on this track, we'll be able to do our best to hold that price to the $30,000 level.
That's fantastic.
So we're challenging our 4-year universities, and by and large it's mostly the publics, but we are having discussions with some of the private institutions as well for options there that might be a 3+1 degree program where more of your courses are done at the community college. But we're very we're adamant about the need for access and affordability in higher education. And I think collectively, when we look across this country and we see just how expensive higher ed is, it's really unreasonable, and we have to do our part to try to hold the line on that.
Absolutely. So of course, you know, again, as we mentioned, so many different ways in which people can get an education at Four Cs, whether it be the certificate programs or continuing ed or a full degree. What's the best way for people to come in if they're curious, if perhaps they're in high school now, or if they haven't gone back to school in, 10, 20 years? What's the best way for them to kind of find out what might be the best fit for them?
If you're in school now, take advantage of the visits that we have when we're coming out to the high schools. If you have the time, stop on by the community college, come into the admissions office. We can talk about what's available to make this work for you. We can talk about the financial incentives, the financial aid opportunities, because what you see is what I call the list price, the window sticker, isn't always what you're going to pay, because we do have a number of options available to help offset those prices. In fact, if I look at our student body in total, almost half of our students are collecting some type of financial aid to make their college experience possible.
Great. Well, Dr. Cox, I thank you so much as always for coming
Thanks
down.
for having me.
Nice to have you live in the studio.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. John Cox, president of Cape Cod Community College. You can learn more, of course, at capecod.edu. Next, we're going to head over and we're going to head to our library segment here on Barnstable This Morning.